What's up, Neil?
Hey, Cal, how are you?
I am doing great. Yourself?
Doing fine, thank you.
All right, well, here we are, Season 3, Episode 19.
Go Blue Jays.
Go Blue Jays.
I
have a hat on, Game 7 tonight, and we also have a special guest. Craig Baker's with us. What's up, Craig?
How you doing? How's it going?
Well, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Actually, first time we actually met.
Yeah.
So
First time we met in
I know you and Neil.
7 years with Neil. Man.
Yeah. So you guys go way back. Let's get it going.
So
that alone should be earn me a discounted AARP for just the fact that I know somebody for 47 years.
No, that's crazy because you've known each other since about 2-3 years old.
Yeah. Well, I was 3. He was 1.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we grew up in New Hudson,
Yes.
Michigan.
As opposed to Old Hudson.
Yeah.
That place sucks.
Yeah, Old Hudson.
Old Hudson's terrible. Old Hudson. Nobody goes there anymore.
Yeah, it's so old. Bishop Road.
Yes.
So we were neighbors. And then became friends.
Yeah.
Doing not dumb kid shit, but
So like next door, like literally next door.
Oh yeah, literally
Yeah.
next door.
Yeah,
No
literally
shit.
next door
Yeah.
neighbors, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We had the Radlofts, which were on the
Yeah.
corner.
Prior to them was MacArthur's.
I was gonna say the MacArthur's first,
And then
yeah.
prior to them,
I don't remember.
I don't remember the last name. I just remember the kids were Danny and Nikki.
Okay, so
And
Nicky.
Danny used to bully me. and your brother would stand up for me.
Tommy was
fucking badass.
Tommy was awesome.
R.I.P.,
Yes.
yeah.
Poor little
Feel free.
Listen.
There you go.
And then so it was Radloff's on the corner.
Yeah.
The Williamses in the middle, and then the Bakers were the
Yeah.
third house.
Right.
You guys had a freaking badass lawn.
You weren't the
too,
last
by the way.
house on the left, were you?
No. No, thank God. Well, for a while, we were actually the last house on the right because once you got beyond our house, there was nobody.
Yeah.
It was all weeds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not now.
It was just property.
Yeah, because my parents are still there. My parents still live in
No
the same
shit.
damn house.
Wow.
But
awesome.
beyond them was all weeds, so we were literally the last house on the right.
And so they built. Yeah, there's maybe 3 or 4 houses until you get to Martindale, right?
Yeah,
maybe 5 or 6.
yeah. I mean, there's only maybe 15 houses on the entire street.
Nice.
You know,
It's like a little cul-de-sac left to right.
yeah.
So then, eventually, though, you moved. So is that when?
I did.
Yeah. it
Yeah,
ended.
yeah. I don't remember when the hell you moved, but you guys moved to Brighton.
Well, I was going into 5th grade, so
Okay.
89-ish. And that was a sad time. I did not want to move.
87.
87, 88, yeah.
Yeah. Right on, yeah.
Well, no. I mean, you guys literally grew up. You have your best friend living next door. That shit
Oh
sucks.
yeah. No, it was.
That was the same when we moved.
I was talking to Neil about this the other day. Like I never played with just Tommy or just Neil. It was literally always all 3 of us, amongst the other. And every day, if it wasn't raining outside, we were out playing baseball, football.
Absolutely.
If we did soccer, nobody else on the block liked playing soccer except Tom, Neil, and I. So if we did play soccer, it was like Tom versus Neil and I. And I was joking with him with the gal was a handicap. Tom knew ahead of time. Hey, if I put Craig with Neil, that'll hold him back. And
then I said, Craig, don't
sell yourself short.
So you're good at soccer. Look at it.
Hey, not everyone's going to be the goal scorer.
I could kick the ball.
Although we did hear you had some amazing goals.
Yeah, I did have a couple of goals. And I'm happy to say my last goal I ever scored was a bicycle kick.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear about that.
No, that was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not exactly something you plan either.
No.
That's an opportunity.
Every single person has tried it at least once if they played soccer, and very few actually score.
Very few actually succeed. But
and it doesn't matter what it looks like because you did it.
I did it. I did it. There was a
Solid.
huge congregation in front of the goal, and I had my back to the net, and the ball bounced high right in front of me. I'm like, why the fuck not? Let's do it. And the damn thing went in, and so because I can say, hey, I made a bicycle kick, and
It's probably more than Rhea can say.
Yeah.
And he's the bicycle kick king.
I doubt that.
So yeah, we played soccer together. I think our team was the one team that I solely remember was the South Lyon Hornets.
Hornets, yeah.
I feel like Hornets was always a very popular name.
Yeah.
Early days
Hornets.
soccer.
I remember there was
Can't
lasers in there at one point.
You said
and-
lasers.
But there was like a 12 and under and a 14 and under and a 10 and under and 8. And so there was very few times that I get put on a team with Neil, just because we were 2 years apart,
Yeah.
and then Tom was a year older than me. So more often than not, I was put on the same team as Tom. Until
so Tom was a 92. So what, you're 94?
I was 93.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you were
92. I was 93. Oh, that's right. You just turned
Yeah.
50, you said.
And then so you would have been 95 then, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So it was,
95.
okay. Yep.
So most of the time I played with Tom until he hit a new age bracket, and then I would play with Neil.
All right.
So,
So
but that Hornets team was pretty badass.
we were a pretty good team.
who was on it? Anyone I would know? Like from
I don't
Bill?
think that you would know, but
No.
we talked about the Melvilles.
Yeah, Melville. Well, and
Dave-
Jason.
Dave and Jason. Yes,
Yeah.
Jason. Yeah,
Jason
weren't you
Kiernan.
guys back there
Yeah.
with the back line? Like you were a sweeper, Jason was a freaking
Yeah,
stopper.
Jason was typically a midfield
Yeah.
sweeper position. I was solely defense at that time.
Mhm.
I was just a defender.
and
But-
and granted, this is South Lyon, I guess New Hudson-ish soccer in the early or late '80s. You know, I was
Yeah.
early '90s, late
Yeah.
'80s.
Wasn't really the hotbed, was it?
Right. We weren't playing like this awesome brand of soccer, you know. But
No.
But we were actually at Melville was
Well,
great.
no.
I was good. You were good. I mean,
Yeah.
we just freaking rocked it, man. It was fun.
I feel like that
That
area
was
had
fun
good,
time.
almost rec bringing people up because
That's kinda what it
when I
was.
think about when I was U14, 15, that's when Maxie and Mark Bear and John Herbst came played for Livonia Wolves.
Okay.
You know, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like,
Yeah.
eventually all like those good people from those areas just came to where
Right.
the teams were. 'Cause back then you literally had, like Livonia had one team pretty much.
Yeah.
Then you had LYSC, which was Livonia. Plymouth had a team,
Yeah.
you know, and it was like you had 7-8 teams in a league, and that was yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
But we had a blast. I remember. I
Oh,
think we
yeah.
went 8-1 or 7-1, won
Could
the
be.
championship, whatever. We
Yeah.
won. I mean, we won
That's
the league.
awesome.
That was great.
Had a blast, and
You know, one of my birthdays, probably I'm going to say 8 years ago. Jason Kiernan, he put together a YouTube video, a bunch of clips, because his mom had videotapes of the South Lyon Soccer Club back when we were like 11ish, maybe. And so what he's doing, he's literally made fun of times where, like, one point he checked me. We're in the same damn team, you know. He's like, I'm pretty sure I just took you out in that video.
for no reason at all.
No reason at all. I was the ball hog, and
Well,
I took you out in that one. You know,
I once got a yellow card in college for kneeing my own player in the head.
for your own player.
So
It's like badgering your own
On
witness.
purpose?
yes, on purpose.
On purpose. It wasn't even.
Oh.
accidental.
You let that bread up.
No, yeah, I mean, I will gladly tell everyone it was on purpose. So Steve Corder, I mean, Steve, if you ever listen, but I'll never forget it was against Eastern,
Yeah.
and this would have been one of their last teams because eventually they vacated the program, and we're up like 5-0,
Yeah.
and guys coming down, crosses the ball through the mid. I mean, the typical, you know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Corder trailing his guy, watching him score.
Yeah.
And we all end up kind of on the ground, and I look at him like, motherfucker, and I like drop a knee.
Yeah.
Kind of like, here comes the ref. It's like a yellow card. It's the only time I've ever gotten a yellow for something I did to my own team.
fucked up.
Yeah, take your own team.
And I did feel bad, especially after the game.
But
So I did, but I talked to Corder. You know, you talk about it. We only had beers after, and you were guys, so you
Yeah.
just fucking. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
not my shiniest moment. That's for sure.
that fucked up your shutout.
It did. It fucked up my shutout.
I mean, that was.
Well, as I mean,
no
it's
reason.
5-0. So now this because you're not going to foul a guy on D when
Yeah.
it's 5-0. I lose my shutout. You know how many
Yeah.
shutouts I got in my career at UD? 19. Boy, sure would be great to have that 20.
Well, there's
I will
still
say-
time, you know.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm not bitter. It's only been 30 some years. No. No, those are great times. Obviously, I got caught up in it, but Corder's awesome.
Yeah.
Even that night, like I said, we went and drank beers and kind of laughed about it. I'm like, God damn, why did I even do that? You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Whatever. I mean,
Whatever.
shit, we all do.
But some people progress more than others. You know, like I accepted the fact that you know, I was mediocre. I was not to your guys' level, you know.
But
But
you-
I still had a lot of fun doing it.
The point. That's the whole point of it. Whether you're up here or all the way down here, as long as they're having fun with it.
And also, Craig, I don't think you give yourself enough credit because you're. I always loved playing with you. I mean, granted for those 2-3 years,
fun.
whatever. But I mean, and then you played at you didn't really play travel soccer, did you?
No, I always played travel. Yeah.
was
Once
this-
we did travel, I always played travel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when I get to high school, we start playing year round. So we
Right,
played for the high
okay.
school team. Then you go to
You
Farmington
played
Hills for
club.
the indoor
Yeah,
soccer.
oh yeah,
Total soccer,
Total
right?
soccer in Farmington.
See,
God, we all grew up there.
Yeah, so we did 2 seasons of that typically. And
Shout
I'll
out to
tell
the Scloonas.
you know, 2 seasons of that, and then in the spring we go back to the Southland Soccer Club, you know, to keep it going, and then you took the summer off, you know. So it was a year-round thing. But I'll tell you, there is no better workout than indoor soccer.
Oh God, it was
You know, compared to outdoor, they don't compare.
and no worse thing
Yeah.
ever for a goalie.
It's a smaller than it's like an ice rink, right?
I know.
It's a smaller thing, but there's only 5 of you, and you're always running.
So, and you know how that would be. Like, you run it like hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, you're lucky if you get 2 minutes and you're subbing on the fly. So,
Yeah.
one year I played on a team that, we had some good players, but it was kind of in between Wolves, Vardar, or whatever.
Yeah.
And we played this team from Columbus at Total Soccer in Farmington,
Okay.
the Columbus Jets,
Yeah.
Nick Tesloff. And our starting 5 out of the 56 minutes played 54 minutes.
Holy cow.
The entire fucking indoor game.
That's a
They
lot.
subbed like 3 guys for like 2 minutes just to give them a breather, and we won that bitch like 5-4. And
Wow.
Pickler, I don't know if it was the game winner, but he scored with his ass. Someone like drilled a shot, he like kind of turned, hit off his ass cheek, and let it go. I will never forget it. We were probably like fucking 14 years, 15 years
Big
old.
butts on a
Thankful for.
Who would have known years later it's the most important PK ever?
Yep.
So-
That's awesome.
So after, all growing up with Neil and Tommy, before we move on,
Yeah.
like, I only got to really meet Tommy and hang out with him for a very short time when I was in Arizona. Like, before that, I don't even know if I really met him.
No, but the shortest time that
What-
you did meet him and hang out, we had a fucking ball.
Oh my God. Like, it was a full week, and we changed oil.
Yeah.
Yep.
We went to a bar and hung out with Sugar Ray.
Yep.
Not really.
Well, he was in the bar.
We were sitting, it was midday, we're sitting in the bar, like, they're getting ready for, like, a concert.
Yeah.
And like Tommy's like, oh, who's playing? Like Sugar Ray's like, Sugar Gay, and he's like just ripping on him, right?
Yep.
Look over, dude from Sugar Ray's like 2 fucking feet over from him, and he's just dogging him. So funny. But no, we did. We had the
I could see
best
him doing
time.
that.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
We got to meet his buddy Tom.
Yep.
That dude was a trip. But no, I love hearing because. Like,
Yeah.
you guys hanging out when you were little, I could only imagine what he was like as like
no.
that guy growing up.
I
or
don't think he was
whatever,
much different.
Probably not.
You know, one of the times I remember after you guys moved to Brighton, your brother was driving. I remember he came over our house and he had this Ford Fiesta. Does that ring a bell? It was a white car.
Yep.
This
He
old-
had 3 actually,
You know,
but the white one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember a white one. It's as big as a roller skate.
Oh,
right? It's-
Dino had one.
And I heard him pulling up from a mile away. Everything was loud as shit. And he goes, "Yeah, my muffler's like loose, or in front of the catalog or whatever." So I remember, he's like, "I need to put in a little. I need to buy a coupling to fix the thing." And he said, "Any chance?" We had my mom and dad were at work. We had a third vehicle, is this van, and hey, do you think your parents would let me drive the van and go to the auto part? I said, "Well, let me call." So I called my mom at work, and hey, do you mind if we just run to the auto parts store to get this coupling for his car? And she goes, "Well, I know Tommy. It's okay. It's fine. I trust you guys. As long as you go straight there and straight back, it's fine." So we go there. He buys the coupling and a bracket, whatever. And so we get back and we get underneath this car, and there's already 6 of them. These couplings and brackets on there. He's just adding a 7th one to it. Like, at some point, you just got to replace the whole damn thing, dude. It was just clamp bracket, clamp bracket, clamp bracket. It's like, oh my God. So that to me, that sums up Tommy in a nutshell. He just like, hey, there's a way to fix everything, you know.
Well, all I know is Tommy again was driving
Yeah.
when in Arizona, and it was Tommy, Lindsay, Neil, and me all in the front of this old ass truck driving home in the morning.
Oh, Dodge.
And I say we helped him change his oil, but really me and Neil just fucking stood there while Tommy did everything. But no, that was an absolute blast. And yeah, I mean, I really wish I could have hung out with him more, especially
We all
after
do,
that. So obviously sorely missed.
No, absolutely.
Very, very much so.
So after that, though, you went your separate ways in high school, college, etc. But you did pick up music at one point. I don't know when that happened.
Yeah.
You said you played guitar or whatever.
Yeah, when was the...
Did you do that like through school, or did you just start noodling later on?
Well, I was in the. I played in band. I was in band in junior high and high school. I played trombone, and then, as you know, Jason Kiernan, who on our soccer teams, whatever, he was a phenomenal piano player. I met him when we were 10. I remember going over his house, spending the night, and that's what you did back then. And he was 10 years old, and he could play every Billy Joel and Elton John song you could think of at that time, at age 10. And I'm like, damn, he's really good. And then as we started to hang out more, his dad was a great guitarist.
Really? Okay.
And that's, to me, that was the moment, to me, it made it real. Because you hear on the radio all these, phenomenal guitarists or musicians, period, and they're untouchable. They're on multimeters. They come from L.A. and New York and all that stuff. But to see his dad just shred the guitar, that made it real. Like, oh, layman people like us can actually play and play decently. And so I remember I put it on my. Back in the old Sears catalog, when you get those in the mail.
I just said something to you about the Sears catalog. We were watching the show. I'm like, oh my god, I used to love that fucking thing.
Oh my god,
circle everything.
You circle what you want for Christmas and stuff,
and you get like that much of a circle.
I always make them go back and look for it. So I circled. I wanted a guitar when I was 14. And so for Christmas, when I was 14, I got my first guitar. It was a Kingston. I'll never forget that. And of course, electric guitar, and I got the guitar with no amplifier. Cling. That's about it. But I ended up, I tinkered around a little bit, learned some chords and whatnot. And then when I was 16, my parents bought me guitar lessons.
Oh, nice.
Because I was starting to, pick up on it and get a little more serious. And I took guitar lessons for about 6 months. And then shortly after that, I ended up joining a band and with some. I doubt you know who any of them are at that point. But it was not Jason. Jason filled in. We had a guitar. When I was 19, we played a talent show at South Lyon High School, and our lead, I wouldn't say lead guitar. I was probably more the lead guitarist, but our other guitarist, he bailed. So we called Jason, like, hey, can you fill in and play guitar for us on a song? And like, yeah, no problem, because he can play guitar too. Right? Because he can play.
Especially if it's more of like a rhythm.
Oh my god, that's all it was. It was just rhythm stuff, and we played "Runaway Train" by Soul Asylum.
Oh, nice.
And then there was a song my bass player Kevin Krasansky.
What up, Kevin?
Kevin, he wrote a song called "Stuck," and that one did. It was an upbeat song.
So original.
Yeah, it was the original song that he wrote, and we played that at the talent show, and that was really good. So
cool.
And that's kind of where it started. And,
so you haven't, but you've been playing, and you haven't really done much.
Not well. I mean,
do you ever just stop playing? Throughout your time, have you ever just kind of put it down and was like, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of. So there was an incident back in 2003, 2000. The band I was in, the drummer, he actually passed away.
Oh.
And so I had a hard time getting back in the saddle, so to speak, after that. So, but at the same time, you start a family, and it's
life gets in the way.
It's so much.
Totally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Life gets in the way. There's so much commitment.
I didn't go to a goddamn concert for years, dude, and that's like what I would do.
Right.
Yeah. And it just you have to take it. What's important and take care of it. Yeah. Take care of business.
So
I hope you can get back to it later on. If not, unfortunate, but here we are.
I played bass. I played acoustic guitar for this band, and then we ended up merging with our band merged with another band. A little tidbit. I don't think a lot of people know this, but we actually I had an almost 15 minutes of fame. I
can't
didn't have
hear
a
this.
15 minutes. I had an almost
15 minutes.
no, I didn't have 15. I had an almost 15
That's
minutes.
all right.
So we were offered an opportunity to open for Three Doors Down.
Well, sure.
For a week. For a week in a film. So I don't know if how far back the local band stuff you guys know, but there was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a band called South Normal.
Okay.
They were based out of Ypsilanti. They around early 2000s, they won like the Battle of the Bands in Detroit.
Okay.
They were sponsored by Budweiser. They even had a manager, Mike Lutz. If you know Mike Lutz, he's the lead singer of Brownsville Station, who wrote "Smoking in the Boys' Room."
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That Motley Crue later made
Yes.
big.
They're only, besides Home Sweet Home, the only other song
Yeah.
for that horrible Theater of Pain.
Yes. So Mike Lutz was their manager.
Okay.
And back then, like the NASCAR races and at MIS became really, really big. It wasn't just a race anymore. They made it a whole weekend. Those concerts there.
Sure. Yes.
So Three Doors Down was touring at the time, and they got asked to perform at MIS for this NASCAR race in August. So Three Doors Down got a hold of WRIF, down in Detroit here, and said, "Hey, get a couple local bands to open for us." So Riff called South Normal and said, "Hey, you guys open for Three Doors Down, find another band." The lead singer and bass player, who were brothers, their cousin was my drummer.
Okay.
So they called Chris and said, "Hey, get your shit together. You guys can open for us at MIS." So a week later, as I said, Three Doors Down was touring at the time. There was a band with them, right? There's a band opening for them. I forget who the hell it was. But they got wind that they got asked to play at MIS, and the opening band goes, "Wait a minute.
Why
We have a
would
contract that says we play wherever you play." So they
No
got
shit.
asked, and then so South Normal got bumped to the number 3 band, and
Then
we
you
got
got
cut.
Oh, shit, that sucks.
That
dude.
sucks. So, but anyway, so that was my almost 3 minutes or 15 minutes of fame. So,
But I mean, but like you said, after 6 months of really starting, you were in a band. So I mean,
Yeah.
you're playing gigs and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, we
all
played-
the time. You played
Sure.
live and stuff.
we played
right?
at the iRock
Okay.
in Detroit, which is unfortunately not there anymore.
Right.
We played at Berkeley Front in Berkeley. I played at Paychecks in Hamtramck.
Nice.
Token Lounge a
Paychecks.
couple towns.
Fucking token. Smoking token.
Yeah.
I love the token.
There was an old place in Ferndale. It was called Zato's Cafe. I'm pretty sure it's not there anymore. One Nickel in Ipsy.
Oh, fuck, wouldn't it? Dude, I went
Sure.
there in college for St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got to tell that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I will never forget that St. Patty's Day. St. Patrick's Day was on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we were at UAD, and I mean, partying all night on Friday. Wood Nickel was celebrating St. Patty's Day on the Saturday.
Sure.
And that was the whole thing. Starting at like 7 a.m., pitchers are like a nickel.
Yeah.
And then a nickel more
Every hour.
Every
goes
hour.
up. Yeah.
So it was me and Dario for sure.
You're drunk by 9.
Right. And we were already drunk. We
7:02,
never
I'm
went to
drunk.
bed Friday night. We were up drinking till whatever. And then finally it was me and Dario and I think Nikki Thomas, the goalie from the women's team. Drove to Eastern at like 6 in the morning, met my brother and Bob Hayes and a bunch of other dudes at Eastern that played soccer
Yeah.
at their place. And then we walked to Wood Nickel, stood in the line before 7, got in, just hammering down beers left and
Why
right.
wouldn't you?
Right. I want to say it's maybe like 1 or 2 o'clock. We end up at someone else's house right after. And that was when Eastern, I think, played Duke in the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
Well, Eastern beat fucking Duke or whatever. I was passed out. Like, all cold by that time. But it was like, and then we came home to UD that night at some point. Of course, I'm sure Dario drove. And then Sunday I wake up. Now it's actually St. Patty's Day. I'm like, hey, well. So I end up at Old Shillelagh by the... So I was like, within that, like, 72-hour span, I think I slept like 10 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And I was just being passed out. But the one in Nickel, that was the only time I've ever been there. Always heard the stories and finally experienced it. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
So much fun back then.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah. Wood Nickel's still there in spirit. The building's still there. I mean, they shut down
Did they shut down? Okay.
Oh yeah. They closed like 10, 12 years ago. I think it was.
You would drive by and it would kind of be right there.
It's still there.
Is it really?
You know, the building is anyway.
But not the wooden nickel sign.
No, it is.
That's hilarious.
So,
Craig, I know you touched on it. Is my mic good? Remember when you were with Shaq and it sounded like really high?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No,
you're fine.
It almost
you sound
sounds
good.
weird. All right.
If I could see the bars, I'd tell you they're good.
I know you said like how you got into music, like you were listening. Like, how do you?
Yeah.
Is that just something? I don't know. Is innate is the right word, but I mean, how do you just said, "Oh my gosh, I heard that." How do you?
Well, you said you were in the
us-
band in junior high playing.
Well,
what?
to us, like layman's who are freaking
We don't
don't
know
play guitar, don't fucking drum, don't fucking do anything. I mean, is that something in musicians? And I mean, do you know where I'm getting at? Like, I mean, you said 14 years old. I mean,
Were you
did you
in-
see it at 8 years old?
No, I agree.
No.
Did you have that built in yet? Was
Not
it when you
yet.
started the junior high thing, or was it just that specific moment you finally saw that dude playing? Really?
It was a combination of both. So I will say playing in the middle school band helped.
'Cause you learn
I played
music.
trombone,
You probably learn how to
you learn how to
read
read
it.
music. You try to understand it. You know, so that
theory behind
that,
it.
Okay, so you
the theory definitely helped, but the inspiration coming from Jason's dad,
All
you know,
right.
as I said, you know, just seeing him play, like it
All
made
right.
it real. Like,
Right.
okay, wow, you know, like normal layman people like us can actually be pretty good at something, you know,
Right.
and so that's what they're like. Hey, you know, I'd really like to do this. I really should try it. you know.
Kind of like with Gio and Robbie and those guys with Red Eye. Like
Yeah.
that was a band, guys we played soccer with back in the day.
Mhm.
Probably a similar track as you guys, right? You're playing the bars and Easter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that was the first time where I saw someone I actually knew like doing that shit.
Yeah,
And like I have zero. I used to have a guitar, and I remember, and I'm like, I just didn't have.
No,
I didn't
yeah.
have it.
right.
Some people have it, some don't, and
Yeah.
some actually like put in the work to learn it, and
Yeah,
I
it just
wasn't there.
Right.
You know,
it
so.
takes patience. You know, my son tried at 1.2, but you know, my son's philosophy is if I can't learn within the next 10 minutes, then I don't want to do it. You know,
That's today's
you know,
day,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Well-
you know, and God love my son. I love
But-
him to death.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, like, if he picked that up and found it, though,
Yeah.
that can happen
Yeah.
too with today's kids, you know. But it just wasn't. You know,
it just
and sometimes you
wasn't
pick
him.
something
He
up and you
likes
do
to-
it.
He
It's
likes
just
to learn stuff quick, you know, and I didn't mind putting in the time, you know, back then, and it was. That's what I was doing. As soon as I went to school or work, whatever. As soon as I came back, I'd plug in. And
that's
I'd
a
just
good way to
practice my-
probably kind of unwind, right, from
Yeah.
the day and
Oh,
shit.
certainly,
just
yeah.
fucking-
You know, if I can give any tips to anybody trying to learn the guitar right now, like learn chords.
Yeah.
You know, that's the first thing. Learn how to play chords without looking at your hand. You know,
Right,
and then the rest of it will come later. You know,
Right.
it
I
is.
don't even know what that means, but yes.
Well,
no. But
Well, it was like we were
I know what it
talking
means, but,
about
yeah.
guitar players, right?
Yeah.
You said you
It's
Eddie Van Halen was like your first, but then you look back, you know, and then
Yeah.
really, if you go all the way back, it's like
goes
very
on-
bare bones,
Sure.
like where it starts, and it's what people do from there, right?
Right,
There's
yeah, yeah.
basic chords and
I heard-
structures and all that crap.
You know, I heard that, like, you know, you always want to find whoever inspires you, you need to learn who inspired them. You know, and you know,
Dig deeper.
you know, back in the '80s and '90s, I was a huge Van Halen fan. I'm like, so who popped Van Halen's cherry? You know, what inspired him? You know, and he was and that's what got me into Eric Clapton, because he was a big Clapton fan. And if you listen to a lot of Van Halen's music, his style and tone is very similar to what Clapton does in a sense. Like the very little distortion. You know, Van Halen's known for turning the distortion down and a little more clean, and that's exactly what Clapton does. You know, Eddie looked at Jimmy Page. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard the story, but I mean, he told a story where he like he had to work one day, and then Led Zeppelin was playing down at it wasn't the Viper Room, but there was another LA big
Whiskey a Go-Go.
could be. Yeah, I don't remember where the hell it was. But anyway, Zeppelin was playing there, and because the interviewer said, "Well, people are saying that you didn't invent the whole tapping thing," you know, and Eddie's like, "Well, I never claimed that I did." You know, because if you ever hear him in interviews, he's pretty modest.
Right.
You know, he's pretty laid back. And he's like, I just took something that I heard and expanded on it.
Right.
You know, he said he went to after work, him and Alex, you know, went down to the concert to go see, and Paige got up there on stage and goes, he just started doing that, and that's when the light bulb went off for Eddie. Like,
there's more you can do with this.
There's more you can do with this, you know.
Right.
So as soon as he went home, he's like, you know, and he started playing with the different, using two hands. So he said, hey, I just took an idea and expanded on it. He was, I'm not saying I invented it.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
no,
so.
you know, and that's the thing. Is like, oh, it's been around. Well, yeah, rock and roll's been around forever. Chords have been around. It's what you do with it, and make it your own, or whatever, right?
Yeah,
you know?
So
you mentioned Zeppelin.
Yeah.
So back in the day, and I just saw a post about this. They played the Grandy Ballroom in Detroit.
Yeah.
Which was like, I looked it up. I did a little research. Like, it was such a small window for this place, but they had some of the biggest fucking acts known the man.
Yeah.
But when Zeppelin played there, they were supposed to, I think, play Olympia.
Okay.
And there ended up being some huge snafu, so they played the Grandy Ballroom.
Okay.
The connection, the two dudes for that.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1, episode 4 guest, Ryan Maxey.
Okay.
His dad worked at the Grandy Ballroom, and he was the one that handed Jimmy Page the violin string to play the guitar.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh,
so yeah, somehow we are connected to the Grandy Ballroom.
Yeah. A lot of.
But no, like if you go back and look at like some of those like late 60s, early 70s bands, they were all playing there. It was like this small little thing, like time of, you know, where it was just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's
and so we are the same age. So I always say, you know, we went through it all. You know, I don't say all, but the hair metal.
Oh yes.
You know, what I'll say is you had hair metal, and then you had Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Like they kind of bridged the gap from hair metal to the grunge.
The grunge. Yeah,
I don't care what anyone says.
Yep, I'd agree.
And if you look at it a little deeper, Duff McKagan's from Seattle.
Yeah.
You know, the bass player.
Sure.
And I mean, so he had all those connections, but then you had, to me, they were kind of that bridge. Because it went from just everyone looking glam and playing the same shit to like, wow, these guys are pretty sweet.
Yeah, the bridge of Hollywood Rose and LA Guns, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So going back to all that, like, what was your first concert? Do you remember that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, my first concert, Damn Yankees.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The one of the original super groups.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, you got Ted Nugent, you got Styx and Night Ranger all coming together into one.
At Pine Knob?
Yeah. At Pine Knob,
of course.
And of course.
That was like
that's awesome.
Was that a super band they called it? But
Super group. That was like one of the originals.
Yeah. And it was during the. I remember it was during the Gulf War, and I went with my uncle.
You're a good singer, go.
No,
so
that's for someone out there.
I bring up the Gulf. So I bring up the Gulf War because during, as you know, Ted Nugent is a big hunter.
Right.
You know, they brought out a huge poster thing of Saddam Hussein, and Ted Nugent pulls out his his bow and arrow. Oh yeah, you know, and she's
there's always a bow.
Fire arrow at Saddam, and we cheered. Yeah. That was my first band. Them and God, who the hell opened for him? I remember. I say Guster, but I don't think that's right.
Guster?
Yeah.
Gosh, you're so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
I just saw him at Bourbon and Beyond.
Did it? Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I was late to the game with them.
Yeah.
But it was the song. Do you know "Overexcited" by Guster?
I don't.
Oh, God. I think it's one of their newer ones. And the second I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, it's like this quirky kind of weird song, which I think kind of exemplifies the band now that I've learned more about them. But oh my God, they were really, really fucking good, man, at Bourbon and Beyond. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
It was like one of the ones I wanted to see. And the beauty of that is when the bands would play like on the main stages at like 2, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
There's hardly anyone there.
No.
I mean, you're like it was amazing. That was probably one of the most amazing musical experiences ever was Bourbon and Beyond.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I'm going back. Well, we are going back next year.
Yeah, we're going to go next year.
Oh, yeah?
We are working on media credentials as we speak.
Nice.
You should come.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun, man.
I know Shaq plans on it, so we can get a whole gang, whether or not everyone, I think me and Neil will probably be the only super cool ones, but that's all right.
Next, what is it, September?
Actually, it's September 24th through 27th next year.
Okay.
What I didn't realize, so that's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Louder Than Life Festival? It's 4 days of like heavy metal, like
There's quite a few-
hardcore.
Yeah.
So that's in
quite a
Louisville.
few. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So they basically do one, and then
Yeah.
they do the following one the week after.
Okay.
So this year, Bourbon and Beyond was first, then
Yeah.
Louder Than Life, and then they flip next year. So it's later in September. Weather should be a little bit more mild, but it was amazing down there.
Okay.
So, first concert. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
What was your best one? Do you have like one that really stands out?
Probably a couple. Well, I have a few for different.
Well, I guess
reasons.
one. Were you always like a huge concert goer? Or?
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely.
You know, like-
Especially more now.
'Cause even people that play aren't necessarily concert goers, right?
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so-
absolutely. You know, well, I'm not a fan of waiting 2 hours to just get out of the parking lot.
That's the worst. Why not the worst? You know what is the
Worst
best
part,
right
you know?
now is that we're old,
Yeah.
and all these bands that we used to love are coming back, and they're playing all the theaters
Oh, they
again.
got the smaller ones.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know?
Like
Yeah.
I used to see the Pumpkins, you know, in a theater, and then I just saw them at St. Andrews
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, it's like, wow, this is
Yeah.
great.
Right. Yeah. So I have a couple.
And you don't have to
notable
worry
ones.
about getting hurt because everyone's old.
I have a couple of notable ones. One, I mean, Eric Clapton.
Mm-hmm.
I did see him.
When and where?
Yeah, when and where?
I saw him. It wasn't Pine Knob. It had to have been. It was in. It had to have been Fort Field. No, it wasn't Fort Field.
Before Ford Field Times.
Yeah, before. Oh, Palace.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's where I saw him.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
him.
Palace.
Go ahead,
Palace
Palace.
was a great venue.
It was, you know.
It really
because-
was for
The
me.
reason I forgot it because it's not there anymore.
Right.
But yeah,
Demolished.
saw him at the Palace, and wait, and I remember with my buddy of mine, and he said, he goes, now I understand why Eric's concerts are 3 hours long. He plays 8 songs, but each song is 20 minutes long,
right.
Because there's a huge solo in the middle of every single one of them, you know. But no, he's just, you know, he was phenomenal. And then I got to see the Who as well.
Oh, you did?
Yep, the Who I saw at the Palace as well. The Who was great when they started retouring because at the their drummer, they had, if I remember correctly, they had just acquired Zach Starkey as their drummer. Which, you know, if you're familiar with Zach Starkey, he's Ringo's son.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just read about this whole thing.
How they just left him.
Yes!
They just parted ways with him, you know. But at the time, this would have been before 2010.
Yeah, he's been with them for a long
for
time.
probably 20 years.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
He had just joined him at the time.
He's
So-
basically the Who drummer.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was. Yeah,
you know.
and what was great was that
At this point, he's been the longest tenured Who drummer for sure.
Ringo Starr and Keith Moon were like best friends. They were really good friends.
Yeah, it was cool reading about it.
Zach. So Ringo bought Zach, his son. His first drum set was like a Play School drum set or some kind of like toy one, and Keith ridiculed Ringo, going, "What the hell are you doing, man?" So Keith Moon bought Zach Starkey his first real drum set.
Nice.
Like the Pearl or
Right.
you know, whatever the hell it was, you know. And then so his dream growing up was always to play drums for the Who, and he got to fulfill. He got to live
That's
his dream. You
hilarious.
know?
So I actually saw Ringo at Bourbon and Beyond.
Did it?
It was
Nice.
amazing. So
Yep.
he was my first Beatle, and I can say it since this won't be released before, but I'm going to see Paul McCartney in Canada.
That's my bucket list.
And I'm
That's
taking
one of
my
bucket
mom.
lists. I have not. Oh, nice.
So I
That's
finally just pulled the trigger on it, and I couldn't believe that I got tickets for what I did.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she's going to be on our show tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to record with her. Today's her birthday.
Oh,
We're going to
happy
record
birthday,
with her
Mom.
tomorrow.
Nice.
And she's going to find out while we're recording she's going. So.
nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
awesome.
can't wait.
It's Lindsay's birthday too.
I'm gonna
Happy
tell
birthday.
It's also it's also
Happy
Lindsay's
birthday, Lindsay.
birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday! There's so many November 1sts out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They're around.
I literally know like 8 of them. So happy birthday to everyone today.
Yeah.
Excellent. My last notable concert was in 2019. I saw Bob Dylan.
Okay,
I saw him at Hill Auditorium in Ann Arbor.
so that would have been a good one. Great venue.
Yeah, and it's certainly from a quality wise, not the greatest. I mean, it's Bob Dylan,
Right, no.
You know,
Sure.
Bob Dylan, very old, but it's still Bob.
But I mean, it's one of those. If you have the opportunity to check out a classic and a legend,
100%.
then do it. You know, the same reason with Paul McCartney.
Right.
You know, that's why he's on my bucket list. You know, I remember when I
Well, we say all the time the ones that got away,
yeah
the ones oh, I'm gonna go, or I should have went, and then they die, and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, the one I will say, Soundgarden. For the love of God, they played in Detroit, and that's when he died. And I'm like, I'll just see him next time.
Yeah.
But they're like literally right there, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
Same here. Missed it.
Yep. Yeah. I was not a.
I wasn't a huge fan of theirs.
I wasn't. I wasn't either. But I recognized that they were talented.
Absolutely. Great voice.
Soundgarden was extremely talented. Perfect Circle. Very talented.
But back then, there's so many bands. It's like
Yeah.
Perfect Circle. We just saw them with at Sasanta.
Yeah.
So Maynard with Perfect Circle,
Yep.
Pussifer, and Primus. And Pussifer's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming to the Fillmore
Okay.
next year.
Gotcha.
Tickets already on sale. So.
Okay.
Which, it's not Perfect Circle, but it's still Maynard.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
He's so fucking weird, though, man.
Yeah. But I remember when I saw The Who, I went back and I told my dad, I said, you know what? I said, I'm actually going to get to go see a band who my father could have saw when he was in high school or college,
Right.
Back then, that's how long they've been around, It's so
like
cool.
that.
These are the legends, the classics, and that's why I wanted to see Bob Dylan. That's why I want to see Paul.
Well, I went back and looked, like, when did the Beatles ever play Detroit? Because I have no idea, so I looked back, and actually in 64 and 66,
Okay.
they played at Olympia.
Yeah.
One day, each time.
Yeah.
But 4 shows. So they would like play a show and I think empty it out and then play another show.
Oh wow.
They played 4 shows, but it was only 2 days from what I could find,
Wow.
So
a matinee and a night one.
Right. So my thing is, and I'm gonna just say this on air, I don't give a shit. Boy, whoever is in charge of all this, my mom went 60 years ago to Olympia. And here we are with her son.
Yeah.
Trying to see if we can't get something. Who knows?
Yeah.
I figure it's worth a shot.
It's worth
Paul
a shot.
McCartney, listen to this.
And then, no, they're not going to listen. Fuck, we got like 4 people out there. But the way I look at it, people just believe old people. She could tell them anything.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So, anything coming up that you're going to? Or
No. Well, I was trying to get into. I don't know if you like TSO, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
They come to Detroit every year.
For the Christmas time.
Yeah, for Christmas time. I've been a big fan of theirs. I've actually been able to get like front row tickets.
So I've always kind of wanted to go to that. Is it super cool going to that?
It's so cool.
Right.
They're great entertainers. They're very good.
So what is it? Like, I mean, as far as like the instruments, music, and everything else, is it just like a symphony, or is it just
no? It's
all over the board.
It's more of a rock band with some strings, if you will. It's a story.
The band more, and then stuff accompanies it throughout.
So the whole entire concert's a story. I mean, there's a narrator who walks up to and, and he opens up a story, and it's almost like imagine like a chapters of a book. He does the guy narrates and gives an intro, like a story kind of thing, and he walks up stage. The band comes out and does their thing.
I had no idea how this works. Go.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's
I've always wondered.
And but it's like rock, like really hard, like rock.
Well, because they call it Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Yeah.
So that's why I always wondered what actually.
So there's a Western band and an Eastern band. The Eastern band is made up of the most notable guitarist that I know is a guy named Joel Hoekstra. Okay, he's played with Scorpions.
Okay,
I believe Alice Cooper at some point. Maybe not Scorpions. Maybe it was White Snake, one of the two. But but he's been a guitarist.
Those are interchangeable.
He's one of those long blonde hair and just makes the guitar look so easy and just completely shreds.
That was a Gringos band, dude. Like he had Colin Hay from Land Down Under. What's the band? Men at Work.
Oh, Men at Work, yeah.
And they had like some dude on guitar from one of the other bands in like the 70s. It was like super cool to see all those old guys.
Yeah.
So that's cool to hear about that because I've always wondered, and it's a Christmas tradition, and you're always looking for stuff to do around that time.
Go on about the Trans-Siberian.
Oh yeah. So but I've been fortunate enough to be members of the fan club, so we can get front row tickets for like face value. It has been great. So I've taken my son a couple times, but for this year, I talked. My son was supposed to go out to Arizona over New Year's, so that was gonna unfortunately, like, well, okay, so that's why I didn't end up buying the
I'll go
tickets
with you.
this time, you know.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Yeah, it's a great show.
I always
Definitely
tell
a
our
great show.
guests, well, what show are we going to?
And then the other one I wanted to go to was Mumford and Sons, who played here a few
just
weeks
there.
ago.
Yeah.
But my hiccup is it was like a Monday or Tuesday.
It was
like,
Monday.
Monday night.
Yeah, Monday night, and I'm like,
The Lions
so-
were playing Monday night too.
Yeah, the Lions, Mumford and Sons, and KGL fit all the same
But
night.
to me, like weekday, unless it's a Friday, weekday shows are tough for me.
They're tough. No, I
just
agree.
kind of hit that age, you know.
Absolutely.
Unless I
It
take a
is.
vacation day.
Well, Detroit gets screwed all the time because I swear to God, they plan it because they know everyone's going to go anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the most part. Where
And
if you go somewhere else, they're not going to go on it.
We've always said that, and I'm sure Kansas City. I've said this. This is going to come out of my mouth again. Kansas City probably gets fucked.
But it's Detroit.
Phoenix.
It's
gets
Detroit
fucked.
Rock
But-
goddamn city.
We get fucked on the fucking good bands coming. Oh, yeah, I can see my Tuesday. Not a fucking Saturday or a Friday.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
what
we'll
I
still
prefer
go.
the weekend
We'll
stuff.
still go.
But they did announce Foo Fighters are coming in August.
Yes, we're going.
I definitely would. Yeah.
Calendar.
I'm not a Foo Fighters fan at all.
I'm not a
I
huge-
don't really like them, to be honest.
They're okay.
I know all their songs,
Yeah.
but I will say
I'm a Dave Grohl fan.
I'm not. I'm not a Dave Grohl hater.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
definitely not. You know?
I think he's super
But
fucking
matter of fact,
talented.
I was not even. I know I'm in the minority. I'm not a Nirvana fan. Yeah,
No, you're not
No,
a
that
minority.
can be fair. I can.
Not that I'm not a
understand that
fan,
people aren't.
but
I
there's a
think
lot
Kurt
better
Cobain
bands
is put
for
on a
me.
higher pedestal than he deserves. You know, I'm sorry for what happened.
For sure.
You know, I don't wish that upon anybody.
Well,
but-
no one wishes their spouse kills them.
no.
Throwing that out there.
But I didn't think Kurt was that good. You know, he was a great songwriter.
Yes,
You know, and I kept thinking,
he wasn't a good guitar player.
no,
Let's be
he
honest,
was a
everyone.
horrible guitar
Right.
player, and that's what killed me as a guitar
Why do you
player.
think Pat
I'm like,
Smear was there?
yeah,
Someone had to fill in the gap.
but I kept thinking, you know, what if Kurt decided to get behind the curtain, behind the scenes, just write the damn songs, put Dave on the guitar,
Singing.
get some
Get some rando on
singing
the
and
drums.
guitar, and then get some random drummer to
Not
do
that
it.
Dave wasn't a good
Maybe
drummer,
Kurt
but-
would still be around today because he couldn't handle the damn spotlight and everything.
Oh shit.
I don't
that's
know.
a good, no,
You know, I don't
it's
know,
one way
but-
to look at it, for sure.
So-
I mean, I like Nirvana, but I was never like a huge Nirvana fan.
I was a huge Alice in Chains fan.
Alice in Chains is amazing.
Love them.
I mean-
They were my favorite.
I will
Seattle
say, like back then,
Tommy was too.
right. I loved
I
Alice
love
in
the
Chains, but like, I don't think I truly appreciated them until much later.
Yeah.
Like how good they really
Yeah,
were.
so
they were great.
For me, I was a Smashing Pumpkins guy.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
no
my.
doubt.
So and then,
Yeah.
and with them, they didn't really fit the mold of a Nirvana
Mm-hmm.
or the Soundgardens, you know,
Yeah.
like that true grunge and whatever. But I liked it all.
Yeah.
You know?
my only issue with
That was the
Smashing
best-
Pumpkins was Billy Corgan was the band.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was like he
Well-
would have done just fine solo in my
Him.
opinion.
It's him and Jimmy.
Yeah,
Jimmy Chamberlain, the drummer.
it was him.
And James Iha's really fucking good. But when you have someone who's a really good rhythm guitarist or whatever, you can fill it.
Yeah.
You can't fill in Billy Corgan and you can't fill in Jimmy Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I always say. And people will complain about their Zeitgeist album.
Yeah.
Because that was after everything broke up. But then it was Billy and Chamberlain got back together. And that was the show we saw in October 2007.
Yeah.
And for me, that was like, oh my God, they're back. Because you had that guitar, the voice, the drums behind it, driving it, and everything.
Well, Pumpkins, he's got an album.
No, they've been
Yeah.
since 2022. I've seen either the Pumpkins or Billy Corgan 7 times.
Yeah. Okay.
And I saw them in last December in Chicago
Okay.
at the Aragon. So like
Yeah.
their hometown
His new
show.
stuff's pretty good.
It's not bad.
No,
I mean,
I like it.
You know, and it's Billy,
Because it's
Chamberlain, and James Iha.
Yeah,
So you have
exactly.
the three musicians back.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, I miss Darcy. She wasn't that great. I understand you miss the originals.
Yeah.
I miss that. For
Sure.
fuck's sake, I saw him in '93. So yes, I miss that. I saw that.
Yeah.
But I also watched Jack Bates playing bass. You know, who's Peter Hook's son,
Yeah.
and also plays in Peter Hook and the Light. I'm like, it's probably a little better musician. You know what I mean? Like, at a certain point, let's just start looking at that aspect. I understand the nostalgia factor, but
Well, I convinced myself I need to stop having favorite bands. You know,
absolutely.
Because every time I do, they die. You know,
right? No,
like I always feel like I'm like the curse here because like I loved Alice in Chains and then Lane dies. And then when Guns N' Roses split up, they had Velvet Revolver. I loved Velvet Revolver.
I
then
wasn't
Wyland died.
Wyland died.
So,
God
question
damn
for you. Did you like Stone Temple Pilots?
They were yes. I would say like did I love them? No.
Same.
But they were better than mediocre.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know how else to
absolutely.
say it. They were like on a great.
I was a
great
passive
scale,
kind
they
of
were a B.
listener. I didn't hate them, didn't love
No.
them. But I actually went back after Velvet Revolver because I'm like, damn, I love this band with Wyland in the front. And then I went back and listened to S2P, and I kind of had a little different take on it, you know?
Yeah, I thought Wyland was great. I mean, I thought the match between Wyland and Slash was great, too. I mean, but yeah, then he
Those
dies.
guys
I'm like,
are good.
damn it!
Yeah.
And then more recently, when was this? Probably 8 years ago. I found a band called Failure Anthem. They're based out of Ohio, Tennessee, around there.
Okay.
The lead guitarist, he works in a recording studio. He does a lot of mixing and that kind of stuff. In matter of fact, he's written songs with like Motionless and White, and a couple other big bands too. He's helped them and all. And then they only lasted like a couple albums, and then they went off the like nobody died, thank God. You know,
Yeah, right.
That's like the curse.
They
I've
go
had.
away.
That's what I was gonna say. Did somebody die?
No, nobody died. You know, but the guitarist, or,
Give it time.
the lead singer, just yeah, right. Yeah, he had family stuff to take care of, so he left, whatever. And I was like, son of a bitch. I'm like I'm tired of finding like bands that I really like because they don't last. You know, my brother-in-law is a huge Pearl Jam fan. And
back in the 90s, loved Pearl Jam. Absolutely loved them. To me, Versus was their best.
I like 10.
I mean, those are a
Downhill
toss-up,
to me,
right?
you know.
But for me, 10's, of course, amazing, but I liked Versus a little bit better.
Yeah.
Vitology, there were some good songs, but that's where I said, they're kind of like going where, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of lose touch over time, right? But I do love that they've always made music. I just saw them, in 24 in Indiana. Super disappointed. Great show. I'm not going to take any away.
Yeah.
They played one song from Versus, and it was Daughter,
Okay.
right? Which is a great song.
Sure.
But I'd much rather hear, if you're only going to play one, that ain't the one. They did play quite a few.
Elderly mother behind a counter.
I would have rather heard that than Daughter, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another one. Right?
know.
Actually, you know what I wanted to hear, and I wanted to hear him close it, was Indifference.
Okay.
It's the very end of Versus, like that super slow. And
I totally
comments on the
respect them.
fucking stand-up.
Yeah, I mean they wholeheartedly deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I completely agree. They're extremely.
Their
talented.
fans are crazy, though.
Yeah, they're extremely talented.
They're fans of the
just
next
not my cup of
crazy
tea.
group of fans.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I like the band more than I like Eddie Vedder.
Absolutely.
I
100%.
think it's kind of where it comes down to,
I don't
Eddie
disagree
Vedder.
with that. I don't disagree with
I
that.
said
You said
fuck
fuck Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
No, I don't
I used
disagree
to always
with
say fuck Sting, fuck Eddie Vedder,
that. Fuck Sting for sure.
fuck Sting.
So since we're talking about bands,
He's Sting. He's not stung.
Yeah,
He's not stinging.
Yeah, right.
It's a present tense.
Yeah, exactly.
well, and from
Thank
what
you,
we
Craig.
hear, he stings for about 4 or 8 hours.
He doesn't. He said Sting.
I think everyone knows what we're talking about there. Somehow that's become a thing.
Sting. He's not stung. He's not stinging.
Tantric.
Not even a fucking word.
So speaking of all these bands,
Yeah.
we of course talk about our Forever Five.
Sure.
Bands we can't live without, From
Yeah.
Deserted Island, your playlist, whatever. Who are in yours?
I'm gonna guess Clapton. But
Clap-
go ahead.
clap-
Go ahead,
yeah.
Craig.
I would have never guessed.
You would have never guessed. Yeah, no. I mean, it's you go back to the roots.
What is the one Clapton song you would say, like, total killer tune? I'd love to. If I saw him 100 times, I want to hear that song every time.
I gotta go.
Do you have one?
I gotta go with Layla. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
to me, it's Layla. And it's not just because of the way it. It's because even on the Unplugged, he actually came on the Unplugged, and it's completely different.
His Unplugged,
I love that song.
You know, which I thought was great. Like, it was hard to, like, when I first heard the Unplugged version, it was hard to pinpoint, I thought, until he started singing. I'm like, holy shit, he completely changed the song. And to me, that just showed how great of a song it was, but also, like, how great of a musician he was. To take one of his classics and then change it.
Right.
Cocaine. I mean, anything he's done, you know, with Cream.
What blew my mind, Cocaine wasn't his song.
Yeah.
I never knew that. You know what I learned that was like one of the VH1, like, they have their 10 best. It was like 10 best covers, and like towards number 1, they're like Cocaine. I'm like, no shit! I never knew that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That, Derek and the Dominoes.
And it was John Cale was the one that wrote that, actually,
Okay.
and played it, which is not the same one from the Velvet Underground.
Okay.
This is J.J. Cale.
Yeah.
Just to let everyone know.
Who
else you got in there?
Yep. So Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Okay.
He's to me, in a generic sense, one of the things you get asked all the time is like, who's the best guitarist ever? And I don't think that's a question you can answer.
No,
because it really depends on the genre. It's genre.
Yeah.
I hate when I see all that shit. Right? Who's the best?
Who's
band?
the best? Best based on what?
Music is 100% subjective.
It is.
What I like, you may hate. What you like, it's okay.
But
you know what? I would rather people do, rather than say I hate that band.
Yeah.
Go listen to them.
Go listen to them. Yep.
Check them out.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you still don't like them, that's good.
Yeah.
But you don't need to let everyone know how much you fucking hate them.
but you have a best rock guitarist. You could have a best blues guitarist, a best jazz guitarist. That's the way I look at it. Is
and even that, right?
Even that makes it tough.
I mean, I said something the other day.
You can make an argument for just about every one of them out there.
The other day, I shared something about Jimmy Chamberlain playing drums, like what was it, Tonight or whatever, 1979, and I'm like, dude, he's always been my favorite drummer.
Yeah.
First comment, well, he might be your favorite, but he's not better than blah 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 blah. I'm like, you know what?
Danny Carey.
Dude, Neil Peart, yes, the top two. It's always that. Neil Peart, it was Neil Peart, Danny Carey, and John Bonham.
Yeah, Bonham.
Well, two are dead, and Danny Carey is very good.
Yeah.
Those other two are very... I'm like, I'm not going to argue that. But I'm going to tell you what. I saw Jimmy Chamberlain in 93 in Detroit.
Yeah.
And from that point forward, there was no question in my mind who the best drummer in the world is.
Yeah.
And that's okay for me to think that. Just like it's okay for that guy to think those other three are better.
Yep.
It's not a competition, motherfuckers.
No, it's not. I mean, I've seen people put Mick Mars in the top 5, which to me is sacrilege. I think like he's good, but I mean he's maybe in my top 100.
Right.
Right.
And I don't want to talk crap about him, but he was good for how long? Because for a while he was stoned.
Yeah.
Like how much was he actually doing?
I mean, how do you go there without talking about Hendrix or or Vaughn or Clapton, Van Halen,
and even like Hendrix, right? Because he was a game changer, right? In my mind, right? He took it from
bent the guitar,
right?
He bent the arm.
But then it's like when you look at people 30, 40 years later, there's definitely better players than Hendrix.
Yeah,
right.
Roy Clark. A lot of people don't know who Roy Clark.
No, right. But in that point in time, from Hee Haw, I know who Roy Clark is. Absolutely,
you know who Roy Clark is. But you see him play, it was like, how do you do that?
But it was like Jimmy at that point in time, took it to a whole different level. Yeah. And then people just carry that torch and keep. It was like you were saying earlier, like Van Halen was the top, but it's like, well, he learned that shit from somewhere. He had someone that was he was.
Somebody always has somebody that they look up to,
which is the beauty of music. Because even those people have their icons.
Somebody started.
And people they want to see. And just like me and Neil, who don't know dick about music.
Yeah.
But we have our icons, people we want to see, and for whatever reason.
Somebody
same reason like you guys
or bass guitar, or saxophone, whatever, and said, I want to do what they do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, well, that person also said that.
Right.
And that person said that.
Right. And Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's the one I was never listened to him, right?
Yeah.
I probably heard songs growing up in that, but I remember when he died. It was like a helicopter accident or something, going to a concert.
92, 93?
Yeah. And I remember that, and I remember like people being like, "Oh my god!" And then you hear him play and see some of the old clips at that time. Right?
But even Clapton said Vaughn was so good, it's unfair.
Right.
And for someone like that to say,
like it was a competition, but I mean, to say, oh my gosh, it was unfair to play.
It's unfair how good he was.
So I do have to stop here real quick and say today's buzz has been brought to you by Bell's Brewery. We started off with the Hop Slam, which is nothing like getting hop slammed. Then actually, I tried a Canadian beer. One of our biggest supporters sent me this Cowbell Hazy Days Juicy IPA.
We need a fucking cowbell right now.
Ding, ding, ding.
Need more cowbell.
And then, I believe, Craig, you brought the Sheboygan.
I did.
Fuck yeah, I love Sheboygan. It's one of my
Sheboygan
favorites.
Brewery.
Have you had the blackberry?
I have not had the black. I saw it in the cooler, but I had to go with what I know.
No, I don't disagree.
That you guys are drinking,
it's
the
great.
blackberry is great,
Yeah.
and then there's a blueberry one, which is good. But I will say the blackberry is better than the blueberry. But
A couple of the local bars where I live, they actually have this on tap regularly.
Really?
Well, that's why I love the shorts too, right?
Sheboygan?
Soft Parade, because it's got those fruity flavors. It's got that
like
nice 7.5%, so you know you're getting kicked in the balls. Even though it feels like you're drinking a,
getting kicked in the balls.
A wine
feels so
cooler.
good.
All right, so we have Clapton. See who else we got there.
Well, recently I've gotten big into Chris Stapleton. And just because it's very raw,
Right.
it's just very true. I love the way he plays. I love his songs. I find it hard to believe he's using auto-tune.
Right.
I'll put it that way. He's very natural.
Okay.
And the stuff that he does, and it's simple. It's kind of like the way music originated.
Right.
That's what he's doing today. Is the way it was. So
I mean, Chris Stapleton, obviously country.
yes,
But I will say today's country is different.
it is. Oh,
It is.
very different, except
I
for
agree.
him.
I know.
A little more original.
But going
I agree
back,
with you.
like it's different now. But then going back to the to me, and I don't know enough about it, but it's good to see that you have that like kind of original all the way to new
Yeah.
kind of
Yep.
spectrum or whatever.
Yeah.
And I never was a country fan, not at all.
I wasn't for a
My
long
brother's
time.
huge, so of course I listen to it.
Yeah.
I used to travel a ton to Ohio, and every bar I would go to back 30 years ago, that was what they were playing.
Yep.
But a lot of that original, the Garth Brooks and the Brooks and Dunn and all that stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
I appreciate it always.
Yes.
Because music I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a band, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, actually, Bourbon and Beyond started. Not that it turned me, but the appreciation grew even more. Because a lot of times at Bourbon and Beyond, earlier part of the day would be like kind of the bluegrass, country stuff.
Yeah.
And then even the headliners were like Sturgill Simpson, And so I've, seen some of the bluegrass stuff lately, too. Because that was never my thing either, really.
No, I never.
But it's like all of that now. I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand the people's passion about all. It's just like I have my passion about mine, and I appreciate it. But I'm still not all the way there yet on the country stuff.
Yeah. Well, 20 years ago, if you would have said if I like country, I would have told you no.
Right.
However, I would have said I like Randy Travis and Reba McEntire. I
Yeah,
don't know
okay.
why.
Yeah.
But those two, I don't know why. Why I didn't like the rest of the country, I like those two.
Great.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
because something hits you a certain.
Yeah.
That's music. It hits you a certain way, and you're like, "Fuck, I really like this."
Yeah,
person.
and then 10
and then you
years
dig
ago,
a little deeper.
something
right?
changed, and I don't know what I started to expand my horizons a little bit, and so okay, something's not bad. Now
Did you find you were gatekeeping yourself on music?
I think I was, I felt like I was.
I
kinda-
found I was doing that with myself. I was so pigeonholed in like all these bands I loved,
Yeah.
but not like really open to other shit that was coming out.
My
and new
go-to is
stuff.
still the hard rock, like
Right.
if you jumped in my truck right now, right
Sweet
now
truck,
it's on the
by the
Octane. Thank you. It's right now it's on the Octane channel.
Right.
I like the hard rock stuff, but I still flip back to the 90s, the
Uh-huh.
Lithium channel, and 70s. I like the 70s. I probably like the 70s more than the 80s.
And I'm wondering, like, for you too, since you do play guitar and
Yeah.
stuff, like your taste might be way over,
I'm
all over
all
the place.
over,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
just because of that
Yeah.
reason alone.
Except for bluegrass, like I'm not a big jug and washboard guy.
So you know what I found with
Me
bluegrass?
neither. I mean, I can, of course, appreciate it, but Me neither.
The thing with me with that is a lot of it really, well, what opened my eyes was the tailgate we did for Billy String last year.
Okay.
Like, bluegrass has turned into the new jam band.
Does it really? Okay.
Yeah, like it's the Fish fans, it's the Grateful Dead fans.
Yeah.
And then you go and watch them, and a lot of it, that's all it is. It's all instrumental, which is fine. It's cool. I love it. You know, but it's like then I started understanding why these people, like this crowd's like kind of like gathering towards all this side of it too.
But the first band.
You know what I hate though? I'm not hate, but like with the bluegrass stuff, some of it there's no drums anymore.
No.
So it's just like all these little instruments.
If anything,
and
it's a bass
stuff.
drum.
Yeah, they might have a little kick guy doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, well, the first banjo player I remember was Steve Martin. To give credits to,
he had the arrow in his head playing the fucking banjo.
He is damn good at the banjo.
He is.
No question about it.
Absolutely.
You know? But that was my, and then, God, what was it? There was a Christmas special, the Otters. You know, the jug band, Otter and the Jug Band. If you guys remember that special at all, they're just puppets. It's like the Muppets, right? You know, and that was my first exposure to like a true. You know, it's sad to say, a bunch of puppets exposed me to a bluegrass band, but like I was associated bluegrass with like washboards and jugs and you know, with the occasional banjo, whatever. But I mean, the banjo it's interesting. It's certainly but
banjo, the mandolin, they seem to do the stand-up bass. A lot of them.
Mandolin is a little more versatile because even mandolin you see in rock bands, right? And then you know, like the
but it's a song or two.
Even the Eagles have played the mandolin.
But it's a song or two.
Yeah,
you go to bluegrass, it's everyone.
It's not everyone. This banjo's never been my thing. Which, but you know, Jason has reached out to me and said, "Hey, you should join our bluegrass band." I'm like, no. No. You want to do a country band? I'll talk about it.
But he's got a bluegrass band. Come on, Jason,
he's joined a club out of Ann Arbor where it's a bunch of guys sitting around with the banjos playing the banjo.
Oh, yeah.
And I
mean, it's fine, but I mean,
he's so
it's all picking part. It's a picking
talented.
Right.
Right. I remember when I was at Michigan. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard it, but in Lansing, there's a music store called Elderly Music.
Okay.
What up, Elderly?
Best music store ever. It's the only you can pick up a $2,000 or $3,000 Gibson SG and play it, and nobody gives a shit. It's awesome. It's one of the best best guitar store I've ever been to. And if my next guitar, I'm buying it from them. I remember when I was at Michigan State, Jason came to visit me, and I took him to the store, and we walked around, and he picks up a banjo. I go, Jesus Christ, you play the fucking banjo? We're 19.
Yeah.
You play the banjo too? He's like, no, but if memory serves correctly, it's tuned to a open G chord. And I go, you do your thing, man. So I walked away, and I'm looking around. I'm walking around, and I come 10 minutes later. I come back. He's ting 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 ting. I'm like, I fucking hate you, dude. Like he's a god on the. In any instrument he touches.
That's what we were talking about. Like some people just have that innate thing in that, with music.
I firmly believe the piano is the
key.
The key to every instrument in the world. Yeah. If you're a good piano player, there's not an instrument out there you can't play. Or learn fast. I'll put it that way. Maybe a good way to put it.
That's true.
And because he learned piano at such a young age, it gives him the exposure to play everything. You know, when in our college days, he was in a heavy metal band. And he played bass. You know, and they covered like Pantera and Skid Row. I don't know if they did Iron Maiden stuff, but it was like just a heavy core. Yeah, they did like Slave to the Grind and. Stuff like that, and but it just everything always came easy to him, you know. And while me, I have a pretty good ear. Like, if I hear a song, I typically can play it after hearing it once or twice. But everything came natural to him on every instrument possible, and it was.
That's a good point, though, because about the piano.
Yeah, did you ever play the piano, Fred?
I didn't. I wish I did.
Could you go back and just start picking it up?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
That's what I hear. Is some people that might be a guitarist or this that might pick up there to start.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, I can't read the music. I can play chords on the piano. Like if you said, "Hey, play A minor," I can do that. Or I can do all that. You know. Matter of fact, 20 years. I actually wrote a song on the piano that I couldn't play. And I'm like, hey, so I went to Jason, like, hey, I got the song in my head for the piano, and I need you to do this. And thank God he's as good as he is, because he like, okay, I hear what you're saying.
Hey, writing's where the money's at, bro.
I know. So, like, I need you to do this, but, no, he's just, I can't talk enough good about him. He's
Nice.
he's so good at what he does.
Good and a fucking good teammate too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great soccer player.
Soccer, yeah.
Hey, in some videos he even beat me up. Apparently, he plowed me over.
All right, who's your number 4?
Next one. I gotta go with Dave Matthews.
Nice.
Dave Matthews. He's just he's so talented in everything he does. Everything. Again, it's more of a.
You've seen him, right?
More of a
In
natural
concert?
sound. Yeah, and it's just the whole band and everything, the whole horns and everything else, and there's so much talent involved in what he does. And matter of fact, I just saw a video recently of him. He got his start playing a concert in a Blockbuster.
It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I never would have guessed that from someone like him. And someone made a comment like, if only Blockbuster had capitalized on that,
Right.
maybe they wouldn't be gone today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played in one of his concerts in a Blockbuster.
That's hilarious.
You know.
So I did see him in '95
Okay.
at the State Theater, now the
Mhm.
Fillmore. And I've said this before, but they were opening for Big Head Todd and the Monsters,
Yeah.
that tour. So I got there early, like literally front row center at the stage.
Yeah.
Well, then we find out Big Head Todd's opening and Dave Matthews was headlining that night. It was like the first time they switched, and because they just blew up, right?
Yeah.
$20. Cost me $20 to be front row center. One of the most amazing shows I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they are. They're so good. And we just went and saw.
I mean,
Well, we did the
all Dave
tailgate,
Matthews
and then we
fans.
saw them just this last summer. Still so good.
They're just super
It's hard
talented.
not to be a fan of it.
No, and it was one of those things where I kind of like lost touch with them for a while,
Yeah.
just because whatever.
Yeah.
And then recently, going to that show at Pine Knob, they are still so
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
good.
Yeah.
Even with all the death and whatever, with Boyd Tinsley leaving or whatever, but they're still.
Mm-hmm.
And like the fact that they changed their set list every night. So when I went that show, it was like, oh my god, they played like so many '90s songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my sweet spot. This is where I like was in love with these guys. You know, it was a most amazing night actually.
He doesn't have a huge vocal range, but
No.
but it shows what you can do. How talented he is in the sense to where like all the music he does, and it's
they
really
just
cool.
have fucking fun.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, you watch him when he dances. Like
He's just dancing around.
like, he looks worse than me,
doing his
I'm
thing.
sure at
Yeah.
times, but he just loves it.
Well, I remember
And he's like, I just dance because I love it. I know I look stupid.
what was great was that like his first couple albums were huge,
Mhm.
right? They were he got Grammys and all that kind of, but and then he kind of went out, disappeared for a while, but he didn't care because he's just like, hey, I'm just doing my thing.
And now
This,
get Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, right?
Yeah, he's just he doesn't care. He's there for the music. He's there,
Right.
because he enjoys the music. He's not there to make I don't think he's there to make a buck.
No,
I think he's
I
doing
don't
it because
think
he
so either.
loves music.
He just loves
it
it.
just
He
happened
loves
to make some
interacting with
money
the
off this,
fans.
yeah.
The fans love that. And then that's what you feel when you go to that show. It's just like the Grateful Dead and shit, right?
Yeah.
Those people just love it. They love doing it for the people, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, last one. Where we
Last
at?
one. I'm going to go off the grid a little bit. And there's a small hole in the wall guy, great guitarist named Billy McLaughlin. He's a fingerstyle guitarist. He's not popular on purpose. But when they asked him, like, why aren't you? Because he's a god on the guitar. He doesn't play the guitar
To be famous.
like a normal. Well, he doesn't just strum it or pick like a normal. Like it's almost vertical, and he
Okay.
plays with two hands.
Oh, no shit.
Like it's like a rhythm with his left hand, and he like does like a lead part with his right hand. And this what he can do with guitar is.
So does he sing as well then, too? Or was it more instrumental
I
stuff?
think it's more instrumental. I think
Okay.
I've heard some songs where he sings a little bit,
Or does he bring
say
other
I've
people
expanded
in
on
to
all
sing or
his
something?
discography and stuff, but the songs that I know is
But
more instrumental.
But we're talking about stranded on a desert island. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whether
it's
he has a song or not, that music would be
No,
fucking
yeah, it's just
beautiful.
you're gonna zone. It's peaceful. It's enjoyable.
Remember, you were stranded on a
exactly. You're on
desert
an island.
I want to hear some fucking.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
no, that's a great.
You know, give me that
And,
shit
well,
and a
that's
Mai
the
Tai or whatever.
Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, I remember going like to my grandma's and shit, and she just play like the classical stuff. You
Yeah.
know, no words. It's just the music, and you know, like some of
Yeah.
it just hits you, right?
Yeah.
You know,
So
and then
you
for
just-
you to be guitar and see this dude like doing weird things with you,
Yeah, like,
holy crap!
how
How
do
does
you
that
do
even
that?
happen?
How old do you think or know is Billy McLaughlin?
I
Is he
would
a
put
young guy, or-
he's probably in his 50s. I would
Okay.
say.
So
You know,
he's been
maybe-
around.
I would say mid to late 50s
Okay,
if I were to
so
guess.
he's an
Okay.
older-
Yeah, he's
Alright.
been around for a while. I want to say he was based in the Seattle area, but he just they asked him like, "Oh, why aren't you big? Why aren't you playing?" And he's like, "I don't want to. I'm perfectly content playing the coffee shops and you know, just doing it
Making the life that he has.
just making the life he has. Yeah, it's
Right.
just,
Yeah.
it's I don't want to call it a hobby, but it's. I mean, he's recorded albums and stuff, but
But he doesn't want to be like the.
he's not looking
in
for
the
the spotlight
limelight
or
and
anything.
shit,
You know, it's like he doesn't want the big, complicated, stupid contracts that your record companies do and stuff. You know,
I
he's
love
just-
that you brought that up for two dudes. So now we have Billy McLaughlin. I know
Absolutely.
he doesn't want to get money, but listen to his fucking music.
Yeah, you know, two dudes. We don't want to be famous or make money either.
No,
no, not at all.
Yeah, we're just all for to meet Craig.
we're gonna be we're gonna be the next Billy McLaughlin.
Yeah, you know you're making it big when you're interviewing Craig Baker. You know? Hey, I'm the former tambourine player of Spank Your Lovin' Dad.
Well, no, it's funny because like a dude we went to college with, right? He's like, "How do I get on your show?" I'm like, "Just ask us." I'm like, we don't care who we talk to.
Yeah.
It's just fun meeting people or reconnecting with people.
Well, we have a
like with
strong
you and
interview
me, right?
process.
Yeah. Do you pass this?
We are very strict on how we
Are you
do our
breathing?
show. Are you breathing? That's even questionable. We might even bring you on if you're not. Depending who you are.
Yeah. As long as you don't have syphilis, we're good.
No, but this has absolutely been a blast, dude. Craig, it's
It's been
been
fun.
nice meeting you,
been
and
great.
obviously before, during, and Neil, I'm so happy that you brought
Fucking
Craig back
amen.
and reconnected
Good to
with
have
him.
you, Craig. Yeah.
Everyone else, check out Two Dudes. We are fucking getting huge now. I mean, just check us out. This is going to drop actually this Tuesday, which will be November 4th. So check it out,
Yep.
and we will see you then.
Sorry.
Peace.